Ilia Topuria moving up to lightweight. If he does fight Islam Makhachev, you obviously fought both guys. How do you think that fight goes?
Yeah, so it's look, it just comes to, can Ilia catch him? You know, that's what it is, and he definitely can. Ilia's very, especially with his approach, he really backs his strike and his boxing. He really knows that he will eventually find the chin, and he's stoic till that happens, you know what I mean? He is on task and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He'll go, even if things aren't working, he's still going to try and find it. So I think Islam's going to be a tough matchup for him, because Islam can be quite defensive and safe. I think he's going to know he needs to play it safe with Ilia, because he knows Ilia's going to have that puncher's chance. Them later rounds, you know, it's going to be very difficult for Ilia. So, but Ilia can, if he puts hands on anyone, like if he traps them, you know, gets them where they don't want to be and lands a nice big shot, it's going to be game over. You know, I mean, he can knock out anyone, even in the lightweight division. But yeah, I just believe that probably would be his only chance, just from what I've seen, right? Like you hear about him having really good grappling, and you hear things, and you won't know till I see that at the highest level. So if he starts out grappling Islam, or stop and takedown defense and things like that, then I'm going to be like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing something that I haven't really seen. So now then my opinion might change within the first round. But yeah, I haven't really seen that, so I'm going to go with what I know, and I know he can hit hard. I felt it firsthand. Like, well, I didn't feel, actually, I don't remember it. But it's but yeah, it's again, if he puts his hands, he can definitely catch him. So he's just as dangerous as anyone in that lightweight division.
So Islam is very good about using his length and throwing the body kick. So if he goes southpaw to orthodox, he's going to throw that body. Islam is a southpaw. Yeah, Islam's southpaw, and then I think Ilia Topuria is orthodox. So, you know, Islam's going to throw that body kick, and are we going to see Ilia Topuria catch a kick and actually run for a takedown and start grappling with him? I highly doubt it. I think, I agree with you, he's going to stay on task and try to get to that sweet spot where he can get the 3-piece combination, a 4-piece combination to try to knock you out. But then you got to worry about Islam's, judo, getting close, closing the distance, going to the clinch, looking to, use the sweeps. That's going to be, I think, the X factor. Who's going to be able to execute and get themselves in a safe place to be able to outwork the other guy? Can Ilia Topuria defend a takedown? Because I feel like Ilia Topuria is a better boxer than Dustin. Does he have more power than Dustin? I'm not sure. We saw what Islam could do against a good boxer when it comes to Dustin Poirier. You know, it took him a while to get to that, take him down, get the choke. It's going to be a sick fight. But when you look at what Islam's been able to do to some of the best strikers in the division, it's like, what can Ilia Topuria show something that's different? But here's the shitty, it could be a shitty thing, is that if Ilia goes up and he fights for a number one contendership fight, which I think he should, fight, maybe Charles, somebody, and then Islam fights somebody else, Islam can leave, the division, and we might never have that opportunity to see Islam versus Ilia Topuria, because Islam has stated that he wants to go up to 170 and try to win the belt there. So there's a small opportunity that we might not, there's a potential we might not even see this fight, just because they both want two different things. If
Bilal was to lose his belt, Islam's moving up, and then maybe giving up on lightweight, full stop. So so you're onto it. So it could just be Ilia fighting someone for the vacant belt. We don't know. So much can change. I don't want to touch, because you bring up Islam being a southpaw. So with Ilia's style, again, with a southpaw, a lot of your shot selections and everything changes with a completely different stance. So I think that's going to give him a lot different problems. He's got time to work on those things, obviously. But I just don't think he's, I talked about being stoic and being on task and having that flow or that process to finding the shot. I think I will say this, I feel like he's a lot more effective on orthodox than southpaws. I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say that now.
You're saying Ilia Topuria is more effective against orthodox than southpaws? Or you saying...
Yes, even from little...
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yep, I agree. I feel Ilia Topuria fights better when he fights orthodox, because that's what you get used to seeing when he fights somebody who's southpaw, because that's one of the things that Islam did to you. He threw that body kick because you're shorter, right? Like even when I fight guys who are taller and they go southpaw and they throw that body kick, I'm like, fuck, I can't get to him. If they throw the body kick correctly, right? If they throw it like, you know, a whip, you're gonna be able to get to him. But if I throw like a Muay Thai, like a boom, and drive my knee across your forearms, it's like there's no opportunity for you to counter. It's a lot harder to deal with, and that's what I think Islam's going to try to do. But then, like you said, Ilia Topuria is going to be like, okay, I'm going to have to eat that right hand immediately, or eat it, try to wrestle, eat it, or try to get closer to him. So it's an interesting matchup, and I can't wait to see how those two approach the dynamic of that fight.